See you all today. Thank you so much for being here for the daily antidote of song. We are so delighted that you've joined us today. It is Friday, so we are close to the weekend. Let's all give a big Friday sort of, breath of relief, everything. I'm so happy everybody's here. Everybody, please help me wave to the folks on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today. Daily antidote of song, one song every day at noon Eastern, free, and lots of incredible musicians coming in from around the world. Leading us in song, so please join us anytime you can. I want to say hello and welcome to Beth Lyons, who is going to be leading us in song today. Thank you for being here, Beth. We'll get back to you in just a second. I'm Jo Rossi. I'm with Carpe Diem Arts, and we're going to all thank Carpe Diem Arts for helping us keep this program going. Hello to Kevin in DC with the magic flute. Hi to Athena in Brooklyn. Nice to see you today. Hi, Deli in Maryland. Hello to Nancy in her car in Vermont. We haven't seen you in a while, and it looks like you're not the driver, which I'm very glad about. Hello to Susan in Ohio. Hi to Annette in California. Sheila in Florida. Hi to Arlene in California. Hi to Laris coming in from the UK. Lovely to see you today. Hello to Anne in Nashville. Nice to see you today. Glad you're here. Hi, Sue Miller in Seattle. Hello to Bob in Albany. Hi to Debbie. I'm not sure, Debbie, if you're new to us today, but we're glad you're here. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to hear where you're from. Hi to Carolyn in Boise, Idaho. Hello to Mike and Julie. That's super exciting. That's Julie here with Mike here. Julie from Ontario here in the DC area. Hello to Gary in Massachusetts. Hi to Ann in Silver Spring. Hello to Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Martha in Oregon. Bob and Mabel and the Bears in Mass. Hi, Cricket in Maryland. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. And wait, did I pass by Carolyn with the sign telling me how many days it was and I forgot to say it? We're on day 1,251, everybody. Let's we're knocking it out of the park. Hello, Elizabeth in California. So glad you're here today. Nice to see you. Hello to folks off video today. Kay in Texas. So glad you're back again. Caroline in DC. Hoda in British Columbia. Curly Tops in Vermont. Sandy Moore coming in from Tacoma Park, Maryland. Moon in Alexandria, Virginia. Lynn in Connecticut. Another Sandy in Western North Carolina who's driving, so she may be in, who knows, Western Alaska by now. Bronwyn in Victoria. Hello, Mommy in New Jersey. Hello, Kat in Vermont. And hello to Julia coming in from somewhere. We're glad you're here. Let's all take a deep breath. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the floor over to Beth in Maryland, who is leading us in an absolutely gorgeous song. Beth, why don't you go ahead and just say a little something about the song briefly and lead us in song, and then we'll chat for a bit.
Okay. So this song is Love Flows In. It's written by a friend of mine who runs Be Well Sing on Martha's Vineyard. Her name is Roberta Kern. Martha's Vineyard is actually where I was born. So I didn't know Roberta then. We flipped in terms of timing. But it just has a really lovely message. And particularly in this, we're all coming back in September and things are happening. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to teach the main parts. Here we go. So take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. And we're going to do two of those. Those are going to repeat. And then we're going to do a second part. So let's try part one again. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Okay. So let's do it with the recording just so that we can hear it. Take a moment, because it's lower, the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Okay, now if we go to the second part, like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. So with me? Like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Okay, and there are some harmonies on that second one. I'll let you play with those. Let's sing that with the recording as well so that we have that behind us. Here we go. Like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. And with those harmonies, like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. All right, so let's put it all together. Again, we're going to do part 1 twice, and then we're going to do part 2 twice. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Move to second part. Like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. And with the harmonies. Like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep in the body. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Like the waves, like the waves, like the tide, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Yeah. So there are some parts for part 1 that they stagger and come in. But you want to talk, and then I'll teach that for the second part?
No, let's keep going. I'm enjoying.
All right.
I'm
All right.
enjoying.
So this first, take a moment to quiet the mind. The second part is going to come in just staggered after it, and then you're all going to line up on Love Flows In. So let's see how that works. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. So that's A and B together. We'll do it one more time. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to quiet the mind, to settle down deep. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Okay, now we're going to bring in that third. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to settle. Take a moment to quiet the mind. Love flows in. Love flows in. Love flows in. One more time. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to settle. Take a moment to quiet the mind. Love flows in. Love flows in. Love flows in. Going to part two. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to settle down deep into quiet the mind. Love flows in. Love flows in. Love flows in. Take a moment to quiet. Take a moment to settle down deep into quiet the mind. Love flows in. Love flows in. Love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Yeah.
Oh, Beth. My. That's quite a beauty. That's quite a beauty you brought for us today.
It's
Wow.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad to share it with you all. It is
Thank you.
yeah, it
Thank you.
speaks to my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the gentle way in which it flows and loving the imagery of the lyrics. Nicely done. And so that's not considered a zipper song.
Nope.
Okay. What's that?
And
Is it staggered? What do you call that?
uh
Because it's not around.
Bethified, because that's not how she wrote it. the
No.
the staggered arrangement is an addition because it felt like when I am singing lyrics that say quiet the mind,
Yeah.
I am reaching for the unquiet, right? So that was what that was.
Wow.
Canon? I don't know. Cascade? I guess cascade. That's how I would say it if we were talking, if we were trying to create that effect. I would say that's a cascade.
Okay. Okay. I'm loving all these assists coming in. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Okay. Wow. Let's take a breath on that. Beautiful choice because this is my slow down day. And I have to ask you about River Choir. So you are singing this song with River Choir?
So River Choir was the in-person choir that got knocked off for the pandemic. I sang this with Coffee Choir. Shout out to Nancy, and anyone else whose name I'm not seeing who's on this. We
Okay.
met Monday mornings. We did this, right. So we came together. We started our weeks singing in this kind of way, and yeah, and it was a kind of an amazing way to go through that. We just stopped for summer, so we've been like holding steady pretty
Okay.
consistently.
So you're on break from River Choir now.
We are on break. In-person River Choir will come back in the DC area, so stay tuned for that. Riverchoir.org. You can see all my links.
Okay,
Um,
fantastic. And is Coffee Choir still happening?
Oh, it's $1 million question. I hope so.
Do you have a
And I
million
think the
dollars here?
coffee choir participants hope so, but we need to figure that out. Um,
Figure it out and let us know about it. And then, Beth, I have to ask you about the beautiful shirt you're wearing. What's the
uh,
deal? What's going on?
all right. So when I'm not singing or running various choirs, I am an AI ops consultant, and I'm part of a panel show, live stream called the Daily AI Show, and we do Aloha Friday. So, hello. That's what the shirt is about.
Okay, is your name Beth in this configuration, this AI, or do you have a whole alter
No, yeah,
ego?
no, I'm Beth in all the places.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness, this,
I'm
this is
Beth
would be
Lyons in
perfect.
all the places.
This would be perfect for you to have a superhero, super shero, alter ego. Come on now, who rocks Hawaiian shirts? Come on.
I will do what I can.
Oh,
You can see me improvise with Washington Improv Theater if you want,
and when is
where
that?
I may come by many names. I'm part of a musical improv team called iMusical. We perform an improvised musical based on an audience suggestion. I
Oh,
also teach, and that's at Washington Improv Theater. Again, the link is witdc.org. Um, and this weekend, I also run circle singing with my vocal improv ensemble Voice Exchange, and we do a circle singing event in Rockville in the DC area every second Sunday of the month, and that just happens to be happening this Sunday. So if you want more fun, I can't promise I'll be wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but I can promise it'll be lovely.
can the attendants wear Hawaiian shirt at least?
You can wear Hawaiian
Hawaiian Sunday?
shirts.
Come
You
on now.
totally can.
Wow. Okay, so it seems like you're busy. You're back out in the world. You're doing your thing. You're having fun.
Yeah, I mean it if I don't know, like if we have to do this, I think it should be enjoyable at every possible point we can make it so. And for me, that is singing in community.
Mm,
So,
okay. All
uh,
right. Okay, so you've got things going on this weekend. How do people find you?
riverchoir.org is a fine way to find me. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm Beth Lyons on LinkedIn. And voiceexchange.org has a website, and you can find more information about the circle singing and sign up, like to be notified on Meetup. We are Circle Singing DC on Meetup. And I know that all that stuff just got posted
It's all
in the
posted in
chat.
the chat. It's
So
all taken care of. I'm curious, with the AI work that you do, is singing involved at all?
singing is not involved um, right now. I do have an AI request that should exist and probably does in some ways, but has not been something that I have found. In circle singing, I am leading an improvisational choral experience, right? So I'm singing all of the parts. And I sing with male leaders who can sing all of the parts, but I am not Issei or Arne. I do not have the lower notes that I wish that I had. And I want a mic that does that for me. I want a mic that I can click. They make it for guitars, they make it for all of these things, but there isn't one that I have found that does that vocally in a way that doesn't sound like I've
Piano.
just put on auto tune and now like that's not what I want.
Beth, I've never heard of this. An actual microphone
Wouldn't
that
that
could
be cool?
alter the octaves in your
Yeah,
speaking and singing voice.
yeah.
Okay, boo. I think you need to get with the Bell Labs people. I think you need to get with all the smart people over at
Like
MIT.
all of that tech exists. It just doesn't exist in the way that I want it to. So,
Okay, so I think you're gonna have to make it. You might
uh,
have to make it. And
when people,
that'll be your next million. How about that?
this is my next and first. Like sure, let let's.
Uh, I'm projecting for you. I'm projecting for you. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes, 100%. Quarter
Incredible.
million also welcome. Like all of the million flavors would be lovely. Let's have it all rain on everyone on our Aloha Friday.
I never thought about the idea of having a microphone that would adjust octaves like that. That's, I don't know, Beth. We're going to leave that technology in your hands. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we are so happy you're here with us today. And just can we get just a little bit of the song before we go out? Just a little bit, please.
Absolutely.
I want to hold it on my heart.
Absolutely. Okay. Here we go. Take a moment to quiet, take a moment to settle down deep into quiet. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Take a moment to quiet, take a moment to settle down deep into quiet. Love flows in, love flows in, love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in. One last reprieve. Like the waves, like the tides, like an everlasting spring. Love flows in.
Oh, wow. That is sweet. I like the waves. You know what's wild? I was at Duke's on Wednesday. You know that place, Duke's? Um, it's on Pacific Coast Highway. You can look it up, but it's like this huge surfing place. And, they have the whole luau thing going and the guy playing the ukulele. You're bringing all this in, Beth. So you have magically transported us to Malibu.
Oh,
Thank you for
yay.
that.
Yeah,
Malibu and Maryland. Look at you.
there we
Your
are.
your power. Your power. Everybody, give Beth Lyons a huge hand. Thank you for this beautiful moment
Thanks,
of
all.
relaxation and fun and togetherness. Wow. We certainly appreciate it. Beth Lyons, everybody. All of her links are in the chat for you to connect with her this weekend. She's got a lot going on. And let's just lovingly wave Beth. We'll luau Beth. Out of the room.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's look at her. Out of the room.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful weekend, Beth. It's so
Thanks.
good to see you. It's really nice to see
See
you.
everybody.
Oh, everybody, let's take that in. How beautiful, how beautiful. All right, Jojo Rossi, thank you, making the magic happen all the time. Carpe Diem Arts, thank you, all the beautiful folks over there. And I'm just grateful to be here. What was I was going to say today? There's special birthdays. It's Ruby Bridges' birthday. Ruby Nell Bridges Hall. Who knows who Ruby Bridges is? Put it in the chat. It's also Patsy Cline's birthday, another favorite of mine, and it's Bernie Sanders' birthday. Come on, let's give it up for all of the September 8th birthdays out there. If it's your first time visiting Daily Antidote of Song, let us know who you are. Put your name in the chat, how we can find you, and how you found us on day, I think it is 1240, 1251. It's 1251 today. It's 1251 and going and going. We want to give thanks to Kevin in the room. Athena, thank you. 1251 in Brooklyn. We're global. Susan G in Cincinnati. We got Annette in California. Arlene in California, Laris in the UK, Sue in Seattle, Carolyn in Boise. We got Mike, Mirtha, and Julie. Gary is here. Thank you for being here, Gary. Ann in Silver Spring. Bob and Mabel and Bears. Cricket. Yes, hello. Bonnie in Boise is here. Thank you so much. Linda in Concord, Massachusetts. Martha. Good to see you. Ruth and Clive in Birmingham. Pinky's up. Sheila in Florida. Nancy with Amu Cow. Curly Tops in here from Vermont. Ann in Nashville. Caroline in DC. Hoda in British Columbia. Elizabeth in California. Moon in Alexandria. LMG. Ray Cox in Vermont. Julie is here. Is that Disneyland behind you, Julie? Kathy in Virginia. And Jamie in Victoria, BC. We're so very grateful for all of you. And yeah, I'm just going to make it a Aloha Friday. I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna get some pineapples or something. Thank you, Beth, for the suggestion. And thank you for the earworm that I'm going to be singing all day. Appreciate you. Everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Stay safe out there.